Hi everyone. So let's see what's a private and public statements in the C++. We we basically use public and private in the classes, and it's basically defines an accessibility of the parameters or the functions in the class. By that I mean that, for example, here we identify this whole chunk of code as a public. So that means we can access the all things here freely from by using an object. What I mean by that is, for example, we've created an object car, and we've given all parameters that are required, and here we are trying to change the year of the car. And if we output, for example, the year here, we would have a 2000, even though while initializing the year it was 1997. So it's a bit weird. So it's a bit weird that every programmer can change a parameter of the object. That's why we do have a private parameters. So if you place private here, and one more thing is that a constructor always should be public, because we need to use that constructor in some way. Here we are accessing that this function from here. That's why we need to make it available. We need to make it public. So now, as you can see, it says year is a private member of car, so we cannot access the year now. So this is pretty easy. Most of the time we use private things to secure our parameters of the object of some instance of the class. Like, for example, we don't want someone change anything of that from that object, as we saw from this. And what we usually do, what programmers usually do, there is a convention that for each parameter, sometimes in some languages, for each parameter there is a getter and setter, and they are usually public. So what I mean by the getter is a function which only returns the value of the parameter. For example, we can define a function year which will return the parameter year, and in that way it will be a bit secure, and we can only access a year. It's not assignable. Duplicate member. I like, we need to create a different name for the getter, and let's try with get here. So yeah, now we achieve the goal. Now we can access, but at the same time we cannot change the value of that parameter. We cannot change. So it's making our code a bit more secure, a bit more structured as well. And what else the public private provides is more of a structure. So sometimes we can even have a set year here, new year, and year will be equal to new year. So it's a bit more a convention rather than securing the code, since we can change now and at the same time get the value. So it is a bit more about securing, a bit more about conventional standards, the standards that we need to follow in order to make our code much good looking, better looking, and more readable. Instead of just writing a year, car year, we can write set year, so it will be readable, a bit more understandable what we are doing here. So now, using this code, now we were able to set the year. I hope this was useful, this was understandable, and see you next time.